They always tell you when you do radio, be careful. If you've got a guest coming on, be careful what you play before the guest comes on, because they might take offence. That was Britney Spears and Crazy. I don't know if I'll get away with that. If you just joined us, very good morning. It is Mike Bennett sitting in for Woody this morning here on Logan City's 101. We have an action-packed programme, a programme full of guests, and I feel we're in the presence of royalty this morning. Networking royalty, Queen Paula Brand is here. Welcome to the show, Paula.
Good morning, Mike.
Paula, the reason I call you that, as you know, if anybody wants to know anything about networking and social events and getting people together, talking face-to-face for business, they all say, without any hesitation, talk to Paula Brand. Why does it mean so much to you?
I have 5 different businesses, and they're all small businesses, and it's crucial for small business owners to connect and network together to build good relationships, because people have to get to know you, they have to like you, they have to trust you, and they have to then hopefully buy from you. So that's a process, and a lot of businesses these days are home-based, and we need to make that effort to get out of our home-based businesses and connect with people.
And it's interesting, Paula, because back maybe even 4 or 5 years ago, if you said you had a home-based business, people thought, oh, they're just playing at this. It's just a hobby. It's a bit of fun. More and more people now, why have office premises if you can do all the work from home?
Absolutely. You know, you can cut your costs significantly if you have a home-based business. Obviously, there's great tax incentives as well, and work-life balance. So I'm a single mum. I have a 6-year-old with autism, and I manage all of my businesses around what I do, and I work from home, and it's simply the way to do business these days.
Now, one of the things that you specialise in is kind of getting people together, getting them, and I know you do in particular network lunches. How do you persuade people that they should come to your lunch as opposed to anybody else's?
Look, it is a mix. It's a strategy, but there is so many elements that make a great networking lunch, and I think a lot of people miss the mark. And I tend to go to about 5 networking functions a week, and my aim is to meet 200 new people a month. So it is a strategy for me. And so, you know, it starts from the welcome at the registration desk. That's got to be open and a big smile. And then it is all about flow through to the lunch. The lunch has to be cost effective. You know, the lunch itself has to be delicious, and the mix of people has to also be right. So it is a whole lot of elements that make a really successful lunch, and it makes people want to come. It's like having a sold out restaurant. You know, you want to have a lunch like that. Yeah.
Now, what I'm just trying to get my head around the figures you just gave me. So you're trying to get 200, if you've got 200 people a month, for example, that you're all getting together, that's a couple of thousand a year. How do you maintain that? How do you keep in touch with all of these people individually?
Social media is fantastic. Facebook, I teach Facebook for small business, but also, you know, everything runs on a database. And a business, the asset that a business actually owns is a database, so which is goodwill. And that's actually the only thing, one of the few things, that you sell when you sell a business. So a database is crucial to have, and it gives you that ability to have a continuous conversation with lunch attendees.
And what's interesting about Facebook, as you know, I'm a bit, as Paul Barrett would say, I'm a bit of a Facebook bandit. I think that was the word he used. Anyway, I love Facebook. I did an experiment where I went to a networking event, asked everybody in the room if I could Facebook friend them. From those 12 people, I just started friending people who were, they know this person, they know that person, mutual contacts. Nobody actually checked to see who I was. They all accepted. Now, I found that a little bit strange. Maybe I've got a trustworthy face, I don't know. But I would have thought there would be more of a vetting procedure. I know that if I get people that I don't know, I say, thanks very much for the invitation. Where do I know you from? But people seem to be a lot more accepting of, Mike knows Paula, he must be okay.
Well, I always check everyone's profile before they friend request me. So I did check you, Mike.
Jolly good. So I'm not that honest.
No. But look, it is important to build a database on your social platforms such as Facebook. I've got 1,200 friends, but what that actually means is everyone has a sphere of influence, and we actually know about 200 people. So I'm not talking to 1,200 people. I'm actually talking to 1,200 by 200. And that's all free. That's a free platform for small business owners. So it is underutilised, and it is the best weapon that we have in small business for marketing.
As you know, yesterday, and listeners who joined us yesterday for the Monday morning show would have heard history being made here at Logan 101. We had Vanessa who came along, Vanessa O'Brien, and not only were we going out live on the radio and on the internet, she was broadcasting live streaming via Periscope. How important are these new forms of media for small businesses?
It's important still to stick with, I think, about three strategies. So you can't be an expert at everything. And with technology, I own a computer company. So with technology changing so quickly, small businesses think that they have to know everything. But still, at the end of the day, if your market is on Facebook, then be on Facebook. If your market is on LinkedIn, then be on LinkedIn. Or, you know, if they're at networking events, then go to networking events, because you've only got so much time in the day.
Paula Brand is joining us right now here on Logan City's 101. We're going to take a music break and then we'll come back shortly. And we'll be discussing something that you might want to get involved in yourself. And that is a business expo. In fact, I think there's a couple of business expos coming up. We'll talk to Paula about that shortly. In the meantime, it's just joined us. Mike Bennett sitting in for Woody from now until 12 midday today. Proud Mary from Creedence Clearwater Revival.
Job in the city.
But it's self-indulgence. Love that tune, Meghan Trainor and Dear Future Husband. Mike Bennett sitting in for Woody, Logan 101. It's a Tuesday morning. See, normally I'm still asleep at this time on a Tuesday morning, but it's very exciting to be here. No more so than we've got the queen of all networking events from the Gold Coast all the way up to probably Cairns, if truth be told. Paula Brand is here. Welcome back, Paula. And you've got some exciting events happening if people want to maybe promote the business later on this year.
We'd love to see you on the Gold Coast. Now, we run monthly events in North Gold Coast, which is the fastest growing area in Australia, but we also have monthly events on the South Gold Coast from Beenleigh to Tweed. Now, these are for small businesses and home-based businesses and mobile business, because there are more mobile businesses than ever before on the Gold Coast. So there's actually, out of 50,000 businesses on the Gold Coast, approximately 30% are home-based and mobile businesses. So that's pretty high numbers. So what we've also got to cater for those people is expos, business expos, where they can come out of their home-based businesses or their mobile business and showcase their products and services.
Because it's difficult, isn't it? Now, you can have the best product in the world, you can have the most excellent service. If people don't know you exist, and very often within our own company, we talk about this. What we do is not food and drink. People don't, we've never been on a plane ever and heard the cry, help, is there a media trainer in the house? It doesn't happen. So what you're doing is giving small businesses locally a chance to get some exposure and a lot less financial outlay than they would maybe expect.
Absolutely. Look, we're not here to make it extremely expensive for small business. It has to be part of their marketing strategy, but these expos are marketplaces. So we're expecting in the North Gold Coast Expo, 120 trade tables, so 120 businesses, 500 small businesses are going. There is a speaker program, and the same will be replicated down on the South Gold Coast. Now, we're talking about 1,000 small businesses coming together. That's just the tip of the iceberg for Gold Coast. But these businesses are not being supported. They need this showcase, this exposure to connect, to learn from world-class speakers, and we actually even feed them as well. So it's a great package.
And it's all about sharing best practice as well. I mean, we've got many contacts who are in similar businesses to us, and you share best practice if you can, because that's the way to move your business forward.
Very much so. But I think the thing about having a marketplace for an expo is what we found is that everybody participating commits to marketing the event. It is a community of small businesses working together. There's no membership. There's no other reason that they do it than to just come together and do good business.
So people maybe that are in a position right now, they're thinking, do you know what, I'm fed up with the 9 to 5, I'm fed up not being appreciated at work, I think I'll set my own business up. Is it easier now because of all the social media that we've got, or is it more difficult because there's more competition?
I think it depends what the product is. Some products absolutely fly and very quickly, but the startup phase, I still believe, is a year to a year and a half. And if you do come from corporate, as I did, you've still got that huge learning curve. And with so much social media, with so many elements that make a success of a small business, it literally takes a year to learn all of the elements. And you know what? It's a fearful journey, but if you get into a great networking group, you've got support no matter how old you are.
Many people just think about, networking events, and it can be quite scary if you're not an outgoing person, if you're not an extrovert. You walk into a room, you almost revert to childhood. You are that person at the party who ends up in the kitchen because you don't know anybody and you don't know how to interrupt. There is etiquette, isn't there? There are certain ways, things you should do, things you shouldn't do at a networking event.
Number one thing is to meet the organiser. In my own instance, in one networking lunch series, I know 1,000 businesses. So I am a people connector. I'm there for you. If you walk past me, then I can't help you. Number two is to come prepared and come with the right attitude. Have your business cards and have that smile on your face. You may be scared inside, doesn't matter. You've got to show up and do business. And you know what? I actually used to be really shy, Mike.
Excuse me, I'm sorry. Yeah,
very
did I
true.
laugh out loud? I think I did.
And
I think I lulled people.
And I'll tell you the secret. I actually went to a hypnotist. And one of the things I wanted to achieve was when I walk in a room, I want people to know that I've arrived. And it took me 3 sessions, but I actually achieved what I needed to achieve. So sometimes you've just got to go that extra mile because small businesses, no matter what, have to network.
But it's all about self-belief. If you actually believe that you've got a good product or a good service, that is half of the battle. And it's also, forget all this false modesty. I'm a great believer. If you know you're good at something, let people know because they get you confidence. It should come across. I think your meetings sound great. You could, as yesterday, I was converted to Periscope. I could become a convert and actually at least one of your lunches.
Absolutely. How about I invite you right now? Come along, 27th of January.
How could I refuse? Paula, it's been great chatting to you. I wish you all the success this year, not only in the networking, but in your own businesses as well. And hopefully you'll come back and chat to us again on Logan 101.
It'd be lovely. Thanks, folks.
So, Paula Brand, and if you want to know any more, you can ask some questions today via the Facebook page, or we'll put links up on our Facebook page later on, so you can make contact with Paula if you want to perhaps turn up at one of the lunches or even be one of the exhibitors at one of these expos later on this year.